You've seen them. We all have. Those hyper-realistic little figurines, the crazy surreal landscapes, just a flood of weird and wonderful images all over our feeds. For a while now, AI image generation has been this fascinating and honestly often hilarious viral toy. But what happens when that toy grows up? What if it goes from just a fun distraction to an absolutely essential tool for professionals? And that's really the question we're getting into today. We're moving past just, making pretty pictures. We're talking about an AI that doesn't just follow a command, but actually understands the logic behind it. An AI that can reason. This is exactly where Nano Banana Pro steps into the picture, and folks, it's trying to change the entire game. So, let's start with that evolution. Because to really get why this Pro version is such a massive deal, we gotta look at where this whole thing started.
Okay, so on one hand, you had the original Nano Banana. It was built for speed, running on the Gemini 2.5 flash model, and it was perfect for just messing around, creating things casually. And of course, it became that viral hit everyone was playing with. But on the other side, you've got Nano Banana Pro. And this is not just an update, it's a total rebuild on the much more powerful Gemini 3 Pro architecture. The focus here completely shifts from speed to quality to reasoning and to professional level execution. And this right here, this is probably the most crucial point. Nano Banana Pro isn't just a simple upgrade, it's a strategic pivot. Google is basically moving from just giving us a fun app to building out essential infrastructure for professionals. So think of it less like a new camera and more like they just built a whole new wing on your design studio. So what is it that really earns it that Pro title? Well, it all comes down to solving the biggest, most frustrating flaws that have kept generative AI from being truly useful for actual professional work. Oh, you've definitely seen this. You ask an AI to create a cool poster, and the text just looks like a bizarre melted alphabet soup. These mangled words made AI pretty much useless for any serious design mockup where you needed clear, readable type. It was a huge roadblock. And NBP's solution here is a total game changer. It delivers state-of-the-art accuracy, giving you crisp, clear text. But not only that, it can generate new text in tons of different styles, and this is a big one. It offers really robust multilingual translation. All of a sudden, you can create a marketing campaign for a global audience, fully localized and ready to go, pretty much in a single step. Now, the next flaw is even deeper. Most AI image generators, they don't actually understand what they're making. They're great at recognizing patterns and keywords, sure, but they can't grasp complex logic or data or the relationships between ideas. They can make a picture of a chart, but they can't make the chart correct. And this is where you see the massive leap NBP has made. Internal testers fed it a super dense academic paper, and it generated a perfectly structured whiteboard lecture complete with accurate diagrams and flowcharts. It didn't just see the words, it understood the concepts. This is what they're calling reasoning-aware visuals. It can even take raw code and render a perfect, complex diagram from it. Just incredible. And finally, there's the professional output problem, the one that drives creatives crazy. Previous tools would often spit out these low-resolution images with very little creative control, forcing you into other software like Photoshop for hours and hours of rework just to get it ready for a client. NBP just tackles this head-on with a suite of pro-level specs. You can now generate images up to 4K resolution, which is absolutely print-ready. You get studio-grade controls over things like lighting, camera angles, and depth of field right inside the prompt. And for anybody telling stories, this is huge. You can maintain character consistency for up to 5 people across a whole series of images. The big takeaway here is that this tool isn't just for brainstorming anymore. It's designed to create the final client-ready asset. So all these incredible features, they're all building into a much bigger picture. This isn't just about launching a better image generator. This is about rewiring the entire professional workflow. Remember that word from earlier? Infrastructure? See, Google isn't just building an app that you have to go to. It's building a utility that comes to you, embedded everywhere you're already doing your work. And this is what that actually looks like in practice. You're in Google Slides, and there's a Beautify This Slide button that instantly turns your boring bullet points into a stunning infographic. In Notebook LM, it's visualizing your research notes. And for businesses, it's being rolled right into Google Ads to generate high-quality ad creative on the fly. It's on its way to becoming as common as spell check. But all of this advanced reasoning, this super high-fidelity output, it doesn't come for free.
there are some very explicit trade-offs. And Google is being very upfront about this. Nano Banana Pro is, in their words, costlier and slower than the original version. And why is that? Well, because that deep, complex reasoning and generating these massive 4K files, it just requires way more computational horsepower. It's a very deliberate choice. They're prioritizing intelligence and quality over pure speed.
And for developers using the API, the cost difference is pretty stark. While the standard model costs about 4 cents an image, generating a 4K image with NBP jumps to around 24 cents. That is a staggering 615% increase, which really positions NBP as a premium service for professionals who need the absolute best quality and are willing to pay for it. That premium positioning even extends to watermarks. Now, every image has an invisible digital watermark called Synth ID to prove it was made by AI. But the visible Gemini Sparkle watermark? That only gets removed for the highest-paying Ultra subscribers. Google knows that professionals need a clean visual canvas for their final work, and they've basically turned that into a premium feature.
So let's pull all of this together. What does this massive shift really mean for the future of creativity?
Ultimately, what we are witnessing is a true paradigm shift in the AI market. For years, the big race was all about who could be the fastest. But now, with tools like Nano Banana Pro, the focus is shifting to intelligence. The most valuable models are becoming the ones that prioritize logical accuracy and a deep, contextual understanding of the world.
Which leaves us with this final and I think critical question. If AI can not only create but also reason visually, the role of the human creator is about to evolve big time. It becomes less about the technical skill of pure execution and way more about the vision, the taste, and the direction you provide to this incredibly intelligent creative partner. So, what do you do next? Well, that's the question we all get to start answering now.